Hello everyone, welcome to Jets TV here on Jets Central. Please comment, rate, subscribe, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. This is going to be my Week 11 picks video. Let's go ahead and get into it. First game I'm going to talk about is Indianapolis Colts at the New England Patriots. I'm taking the Patriots in this game. I think it's going to be a shootout. I think this game is going to be a lot closer than people really think. And if it's a shootout, I'm going to take Tom Brady every single time. I love the way Andrew Luck is playing. I love the fact that they're playing for their coach, Chuck Pagano. Jeez, salute to him. Keep fighting, man. But I'm going to take New England in this game. I just think New England's a better team, so that's that. Next game I want to talk about is the Baltimore Ravens at the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm taking the Baltimore Ravens in this game, and the only real reason I'm taking this game, or taking the Baltimore Ravens in this game, is because Pittsburgh is going in there without Ben Roethlisberger. And I know that Byron Leftwich is a good quarterback. He is very accurate, but he has a long windup, and that's always been the knock on him. He's got this long windup before he can throw the ball. But when that ball does come out there, it's coming out there on a string, and it's coming out there fast, and it's coming out there accurate. I do know that about Byron Leftwich, but it's just too long of a windup. And when you have corners the way that Baltimore has corners and the way they play defense, they can pretty much read you and tell where you're throwing the ball. So I've got to give it to Baltimore, and I think Baltimore's offense is going to be able to do a couple things as well. Ray Rice, I think, is going to be instrumental in this game. He has to run well, and he has to come out that backfield. Not only be able to catch passes, but he has to block well, because I think the Pittsburgh's going to send a lot of blitzes to Joe Flacco to get him rattled early in this game. So, again, I'm taking Baltimore, and we'll move it on to the next game. Cleveland at Dallas. I got a Dallas fan that wanted me to review this game. A couple of Dallas fans, Dallas Cowboy fans that wanted me to review this game, and that's why I'm doing it. I'm taking Dallas in this game. I do think it's going to be competitive. But I think that Dallas, honestly, if they want to get back into the playoff picture and be considered contenders or a threat or whatever they want to be considered, you have to wipe the floor with Cleveland. You have to. You have to get it together, and you have to pound them, period. No questions asked, no nothing. Okay? We're a better team than you. We're going to dominate you, period. These are teams that you should beat. When you beat teams you should beat, that makes you good. When you start beating teams that are way above, maybe not necessarily out of your talent range, you're competing with teams that makes you elite. When you're beating pretty much everybody. But to be a good team in this league, you have to beat teams that you should beat. And Cleveland is a team that the Dallas Cowboys should beat. Bottom line, period. So again, in that game, I'm taking Dallas. No disrespect to Cleveland fans. I know Whedon, he's playing decently. He's not playing great, but he's playing decently. But Richardson, that running back, he is doing what needs to be done. But I think against Dallas and Ratliff and Ware and all those other defensive players they have there, it should be a wrap. Dallas should beat them, hands down. Next game I want to talk about, Green Bay at Detroit. I'm taking Green Bay in this game. Again, Detroit is too off. They have no balance whatsoever. They're too off offensively, if that makes sense. They're not balanced at all. They don't run the ball. Defensively, they're horrible in that second. That secondary is, whoa, God, it's awful. It's god-awful. That secondary is god-awful. And I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be able to pick that apart. That's easy. Offensively, you don't have to do too much. You have to keep Calvin Johnson under control. If you keep him under control, the fact that Nate Burleson is hurt, he's got that knee injury, I don't think there's too much that they can do offensively outside of throwing the ball to Calvin Johnson and maybe hitting their tight end a couple times. But Detroit does not run the ball, so there's no threat of them really getting physical with you and beating you up. So I'm taking Green Bay in that game. Next game, New York Jets at the Rams. The Rams have an awesome run game. I mean, an awesome run game. Jackson and they have some things they can do offensively. Amendola is pretty much their go-to receiver. He is their go-to receiver. And Bradford is playing pretty decently at that quarterback position as well. On the other hand, the New York Jets, we got Mark Sanchez. We all know our offense stinks. I mean, it stinks. Our defense is showing up pretty much every single game. I'm taking the Jets in this game, even though we're playing at St. Louis. I'm still going to take them, but it's like, man, if we give up 100-plus yards to Steven Jackson, this could be just an absolute. I mean, they could blow us out. They really could. We haven't traveled too well this year either. The Jets have not traveled very well. I think the fact that they really only have one threat in Amendola, I think Cromartie is going to be able to lock him down. I really do. I think outside of that, Kyle Wilson may be tested, but they really don't have any other proven receivers outside of Amendola. That's the only reason that I can take the New York Jets and be somewhat confident about it. I believe our offense is going to find some type of way. I think Dustin Keller is going to be instrumental in this game. I think Sean Green is going to be instrumental in this game. And I think that Jeremy Curley, as our wide receiver, is going to be instrumental. If Stephen Hill comes to play and he provides some help, awesome. But those three players I just named, they're going to have to show up because there's no matchup for Dustin Keller. If our offensive line can block these guys, which they have no pass rushers damn near, they don't have any necessarily any defensive line threats. So if our offensive line can get their hands on everybody, Sean Green is going to be instrumental. And Jeremy Curley is our wild card. That kick return, that punt return, we cannot have fumbles, we cannot have special team mistakes. Not in this game. This is a team that we can beat, but it's going to be very close. And I think that the New York Jets can pull this out. So I'm taking the Jets, but no, just know, I'm not saying they're going to kill the Rams. I'm taking the Jets, but I think it's going to be an extremely close game. So thank you guys for watching. Please comment. Let me know what you guys think. And again, let me know if you want me to review your team. Don't think I'm talking about them enough. I had a Dallas fan hit me up, or actually, I had a Cleveland Browns fan and a Dallas fan hit me up and tell me, hey, you're not talking about my team enough. I want to hear about our game. So thank you guys for watching again. Peace. Be on the lookout for my recap vid.